Alright, so we have a decoy voice video. I think this is the first time we're reacting to a decoy video on the channel. I think this might be the first time. But this is kind of talking about that clip that I was talking about earlier in the stream, right? That clip of the fucking kid, like, getting rejected by that girl, and, you know, he responded by, you know, taking her down, you know, knocking her down to the ground and stomping her head. I don't remember where I saw that originally. I think it was Lips of TikTok or End Wokeness on Twitter. One of those two. But yeah, they posted that clip on Twitter, and I mean, it is just crazy. And then the mother responded. Actually, I'm pretty sure Decoy is probably going to show the mother's response here. But yeah, I mean, it is an insane situation. So we're going to talk about it right here, chat.
Some kids are straight up evil, and after this stomping in NYC, now we know exactly why. As in New York City, this kid was allegedly trying to get a phone number, but when rejected, did this.
Do it!
No, you stand right here.
You won't.
No, you stand right here. You stand right here.
Oh, nice, because you.
Oh, what? You got
And after slamming her into the ground, then stomping in her head, he casually walks away. And even though he was quickly arrested, his mother is arguing that...
Which is insane, by the way. Absolutely insane. What type of upbringing do you have to have a mentality or believe that that is acceptable in any way, shape, or form? Like, he's like not letting her go, right? She you know, he's telling her that you know, she's gonna stay right here, and, you know, just because you got rejected, she didn't want to give you her phone number or whatever, you're gonna push her down to the ground and stomp her fucking head in on the fucking sidewalk. Like, okay, insanity, right? And it's not like this guy's a young kid, right? They look, what, teenagers? You're old enough to understand that that is not okay under any circumstances. And for fuck's sake, a child would probably understand that that is not acceptable to do under any circumstances.
He is the real victim here.
Why did he stomp on her head?
She said something to him. You know what she did first?
Oh, so because she said something to him, that means he can push her down to the ground and stomp her head in. Okay.
She pushed him, and he has flat foot, 10 foot like that, because I took him to the hospital Monday too. Yes.
Well, you don't see that on the video.
I have that video. I have that piece of
But her
No, the same one.
But her shoving him, how does that equal him picking her up, dropping?
Yeah. Let's go back for a minute, chat.
No, you stand right here.
You won't.
No, you stand right here. You stand right here.
Oh, nice, because you.
Oh, what? You got
And after slamming her into the ground, then stomping
Yeah,
in her
I mean,
head,
come
he
on, chat.
casually walks
The video.
Her up, dropping her on her,
Okay.
But you're friends.
stomping on her head.
Let me be
It
clear.
seems like
Not
you're
equivalent
justifying
at all.
No. They were coming from school together.
Okay.
But you're friends. Going to the park. That's what they did every day.
And then she's bullying him.
She's bullying Najee from in the school.
And what is she saying to him to bully him?
She said dirty. She's a racist. She's calling dirty and dirty slurs.
So in seconds, she shifted 3 different stories in desperation. First, she was bullying him. Then it was that they were actually friends, until, no, she's a racist. None of which
Classic.
justifies the slamming and stomping, but her subtle smiling just reminds us some people are plain evil.
Yeah, just can't accept whatsoever that, you know, maybe your son is just a fucking piece of shit because you raised him that way. Like, let's say, right, that she was in fact bullying him. She was clearly not a significant aggressor to him. In that video, he is very clearly the main aggressor. She's just trying to get away from him, right? He picks her up, throws her to the ground, stomps her head in. All right? So, I don't see the bullying there. They're friends. Okay. That's not a very friendly thing to do now, is it? And then we shift strategies to, you know what? She's racist. She calls him very, very mean slurs, right? Okay. So because she said something that justifies her getting thrown to the ground and having her head stomped? Give me a
You
break.
understand? Because my kids, if they take phone, they email the parents.
Right.
Yes, because they're so smart they are.
Or possibly just an idiot. But I guess these might not be mutually exclusive, as the only thing worse than an idiot is an evil imbecile, as she doubled down on the same stupid argument.
She's been a bully to him and pushed him down, and he fell.
So then he picks her up because of that and stomps on her head? That justifies that?
No, they were what I learned is like they were friends. They aren't friends overall in general, because they go to the same school. You understand?
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Because they go to the same school, they're friends now. They're not friends if they go to the same school. Okay, that's just not true. There are a lot of people that I went to school with that either one, I've never spoken to a day in my goddamn life, would not consider a friend, or number two, I just don't fucking like because they're dickheads or whatever, right? And yeah, I mean, it's like work, right? You have your coworkers there. Maybe some of them you might be friends with, but you're not friends with all your coworkers. You know, maybe you're neutral, right? Or maybe you hate some of your coworkers. Seeing that guy's a fuck, whatever.
Was he trying to get
Doesn't justify
Was he trying
getting
to
thrown
date
to the
her?
ground and
He
your
has her
fucking head
number.
stomped.
She's on Instagram. She's on WhatsApp sending messages. And voicing him.
So where are the texts?
I
That we
want
can
them.
see them? Where can you see the texts? Okay, but where are the texts online?
Go on WhatsApp.
If somehow messages on WhatsApp can justify her son brutally beating a girl,
Which, by the way, I don't really believe her because kids do not use WhatsApp. I don't know. Maybe the IG DMs I can see. Snapchat, you sure? WhatsApp? All right. Okay, buddy.
I think she too belongs in prison forever. Not saying I don't think her son needs a life sentence as well, since I really don't think there's any fixing anybody that can do that on camera. As the Instagram replies or even calling for charges against the guy filming, which seems to be a stretch, but we have seen the precedents of anybody recording a crime being held equally liable, as I don't think being on camera suddenly turns quiet, law-abiding students into violent monsters, but by definition, the justice system needs to be consistent, with a popular but unconfirmed reply saying the attacker has a long history of violence. And you can't be confident in a random Instagram comment, but I do know people in the public school system that say the same exact thing. All the teachers and faculty are well aware and actually scared of certain students, but the administration just shrugs
It do
and
be
says,
like that.
wait until they actually do something, putting everybody
So, I mean, here's the reality, chat, right? Some kids are just kind of far gone, right? So, I guess kind of quick story. So in high school, I had to retake biology. I had to retake biology. I passed the class, but I passed it with a low grade. So I had to retake biology in summer school in order to get that grade up for my transfer over to college. And that was my first time ever in summer school, right? I've never been to summer school a day in my life. So that was my first summer school experience. And by the way, I ended up passing biology with an A. I'm a smart boy. I'm a smart cookie. I'm very good at memorizing a bunch of bullshit. Your Punnett squares and shit. But yeah, very, very different experience from regular school to summer school. It is night and day, brother. A lot of those kids in there are fucking loud and obnoxious. They are disrespectful. And a lot of them are in some shit. Right? There was a kid that I distinctly remember. Guy had a fucking tattoo on his face. It's like he was younger than me too. I want to say he was probably 14ish. 14ish. I want to say. You know, to have a face tattoo at 14, right? Like the kid's obviously in a gang, right? Not just because of the tattoo, but right, he had other factors. He was obviously in a gang, and you know he was always surrounded by a bunch of other kids. You know, they were you know, after you know I saw them there in summer school. The rest of the normal school year, I would see them outside of class and stuff like that, and they would be like, you know, hiding and shit, like shooting dice and stuff like that. You know, some kids are just fucked up because of the way they were brought up. You know, it's a tough reality. But, you know, some kids just need to be punished. They need some sort of intervention before it gets worse.
Both the teachers and students in danger, all because nobody wants to talk about it.
I feel bad for the biology teacher as well. Dude was super awesome, right? He was super awesome. I love that motherfucker. And yeah, like he did not know what to do with those guys, man. Like I felt so bad for him. Like he just did not know what the fuck to do with them. Felt so bad for him, man.
This New York City stomping has been hit in the news, but oddly, only noticed by the New York Post and Fox News, as basically all the left-wing media outlets are outright ignoring this story. As
I
it's
wonder
not the biggest
why.
incident in the world, but proves a huge bias in the media against victims that don't fit the narrative. With the New York Post reporting she was lucky to survive, saying he has been bugging her for a while now until it left her with a concussion, potential brain
Makes
injury,
sense.
and a twisted neck. But the suspect's mother is calling him a humble Christian, a quiet boy.
He did not come across as a humble Christian and quiet boy. Cat, maybe I'm the crazy one. Maybe I'm losing my marbles over here, but he did not seem like a quiet boy. He did not seem like a good Christian, a humble little Christian boy.
Who doesn't provoke nobody before dishing out the beating, saying this was just retaliation for being shoved. As
what happened to turn the other cheek? What happened to that?
any amount of justification for this should solidify a life sentence, and that goes for both the
100%,
son
100%.
and the mother, since you really can't fix this mentality. Saying if they were friends, you can slam and stomp her. If she shoved him first, he can slam and stomp her. Or even she was being the racist, so of course he's gotta slam and stomp her. No. The only answer is he needs harsh sentencing to show him how unacceptable this is in society. But there's plenty of bleeding heart liberals that would cry. You really want to ruin his life over the one mistake he did as a kid?
Yes. Like I said before, chat. For kids like this, you need to have intervention. You need to have some sort of intervention. You need to punish them. You need to show them that this is unacceptable. You cannot let this go, because the moment you let this go, you will show them that, okay, well, this is behavior that will not result in some sort of punishment for me, right? You need to have an intervention to show them that no, this is in fact not okay. You cannot push a girl to the ground and stomp her head in because she didn't want to give you your phone number, or because she shoved you, or because you guys are friends, or because she was being a racist meanie head. That's not okay. You cannot do that. You have to throw the book at him because he needs to. It is better for him to learn sooner rather than later, right? Sooner, he could probably get away with maybe getting out at 18 or 21, right? Or something like this. If we assume that he would be punished harshly. If he gets hit as an adult for doing shit like this, or something maybe even worse, then his life is going to be fucking ruined.
If you wouldn't want your own daughter, or your grandmother, or even
I
yourself,
don't
to
want a
live
crazy
next to
fuck
him,
like
sharing
this.
the streets with him on his worst day during his next mistake, you're either an idiot or have
100%. I wouldn't want. I don't want a fucking psycho like this running around. I don't want my mom walking on the street with this guy near, or I don't know, a friend, or I don't know, a younger cousin, sister. I wouldn't want that. All it takes is a bad day, an episode, set this guy off. Someone's gonna get their fucking lights beat, or maybe he's gonna end up getting hurt, or maybe he's gonna do something worse than just pushing you to the ground and stomping your head in.
Self-ending empathy, as some idiots actually believe. Claiming racism can be justification for tribal violence. We just
Not
saw
at all.
something similar in Chicago, where they claimed white people said slurs, while being videoed beating up some guy while gleefully squealing in the background.
Hey, that's for our ancestors. That's for our ancestors. See, I think he said. They must have said something. You know what I mean, gang? I guess they just got they get back for slavery. That's what they just did. They just got they get back for slavery.
And nobody knows what was actually said before he got stomped, but the
I hate
simple
these
fact
people.
that some idiots,
I mean, this is the reality, chat. You're not gonna end racism this way. You're only gonna radicalize people and you're gonna bring racism back. That's the tough truth. That's the tough truth that nobody wants to talk about. If you do shit like this, you're gonna heavily radicalize a generation. And you see that already. It's why, people like, I don't know, like Nick Fuentes or Myron Gaines are starting to, make waves among the youths. Right? You're radicalizing a generation. And, let's just assume that guy did in fact say the N-word. That doesn't justify him being beaten. I don't care. I don't care what you think. I don't care what your stance is on that. Just, you are not allowed to beat somebody because they said a word you don't like or that offends you. It's not how that works.
including city workers, get giddy over the idea that
Man,
a
these
beating
people aren't
in
gonna be punished for it.
2026 is over something that ended 161 years ago, or because they know some people justify violence if racism is even suggested. We recently discovered it's an entire industry where so-called anti-hate groups fund actual hate groups.
The SPLC was not dismantling these groups. It was instead manufacturing the extremism it purports to oppose by paying sources to stoke racial hatred.
Including the indictment alleges a leader of the 2017 Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia, who, quote, attended the event at the direction of SPLC, made racist postings under the supervision of the SPLC, and helped coordinate transportation to the event for several attendees.
Also, Democrats have a boogeyman that they can campaign and run on.
Yeah.
I ran for president in 2020 because of what I saw in Charlottesville. Extremists coming out of the woods, carrying torches, their veins bulging.
Which in turn surges their own revenue so they can fight said racists. As the demand for
I mean, it's like what I said on Twitter, chat. Right? We gotta look at this logically. Right? If you are receiving donations and federal funds to end racism, why on earth would you actually end racism? It makes no... From a business standpoint, it makes no sense. Right? And that's what these people are, right? They're, at the end of the day, they're running a business. They pretend that they're running a, a non-profit or a charity or, it's for a good cause, whatever. They pretend that it's for that. But it's not really for that. It's because they want to line their pockets with a bunch of money. Right? It's like with BLM. How much money did BLM make? A lot of these BLM leaders have some very nice houses, clothes, cars, jewelry. Same situation right here. Why would you end racism when you're getting all this money from, these white suburban mothers that think their money's going to a good cause, or the retards in government keep shoveling federal funds that they collect from your taxes to these people? Why would they not allocate some of that to fund the KKK? If you eliminate the KKK, well, who are they going to fight for? How are they going to justify getting more donations and more federal funds? If the KKK disappears, well, we can't buy our cocaine, hookers, and Rolls Royce now, can we?
For their racism exceeds the supply, so they went out and funded hate groups, begging for more money to fight those hate groups that they were funding. As the saddest aspect isn't even the fraud, it's that racism does indeed exist, it just isn't in the direction the Democrats want it to be. So not only do they fake the hate that they later get rich off of, they actually take instances like a schoolgirl.
Kind of ironic, really, when you think about it, right? The Democrats funding racism. The more things change, the more they stay the same, baby.
Getting stopped for allegedly refusing a guy's advances into that's excusable since she was a racist. It only sounds stupid because it is stupid, but we don't get here without the media being equally stupid. So if you appreciate my concise,
it do be like that
commentary on the tragic
it do be like
today's reality, subscribe to Decoy, or for more daily clips, check out Decaf Decoy.
Alrighty, dude. Oh, fuck. Well, chat, that is the situation. We'll see what happens. It's New York City. I'm not very confident that the kid is gonna face any sort of consequences. He's gonna get a slap on the wrist, whatever. The girl might end up getting punished more than the kid, honestly, if we're being honest. It's New York, it's NYC. I wouldn't be surprised. Personally. But yeah. Very, very ridiculous stuff. And like I said, all of this shit the more shit like this continues to come up, and the more the Democrats, ignore it or try to justify it in any way, they are only going to succeed in radicalizing the future generation. Right? That's all they are going to accomplish by doing this. And it's unfortunate. It is, right? Because, contrary to popular belief, I'm actually not racist, chat. I know. I'm a right-wing conservative Nazi. But I'm actually not racist, chat. Crazy truth bomb there for you. But yeah, I'm not actually racist. Sorry to disappoint. But yeah, not all black people are like this, right? I mean, just look at Tank Show, for example, right? Tank, that's the homie, right? We stream with him all the fucking time. He's black. He's one of them cotton pickers. He's one of them fuckers. He's a chill guy, right? We see how he is on stream. He's very chill, very relaxed. He disrespects me a lot, which is crazy. Disrespecting the master race like that is insane. But yeah, a lot of these people really just are insane, man. I like I said at the beginning of the video, I don't know what sort of upbringing you have to have the mentality that is acceptable in any way, shape, or form.